was attractive. Hey everybody, how's it going? I hope all's well on your side of the screen. Things are pretty good here. It's Friday, my favorite day of the week. And I'm almost done, which means it's almost time for the weekend. And I got a pretty busy weekend planned. So this week's been pretty decent. Monday, let's see what the hell I do Monday. Oh yeah, Monday I went out to Rochester. Had a delivery out there which took 4 hours to unload. And then when I was done there, I took the empty out to a new customer in Williamson, New York. Dropped the trailer there, bobtailed back out to Rochester. Picked up another empty at another customer. Took that, dropped that off the same place in Williamson. And then I bobtailed over to Canandaigua, picked up a load, took it back to the Syracuse yard, and called it a day. Tuesday. Oh yeah, I took an empty up to Denmark, New York, which is just south of Carthage and just north of Lowville. It's a little town. If you literally blink twice, you'd probably miss it. Picked up a load there, ran it down to HQ in Pennsylvania, dropped that, bobtailed down to another customer we have in Pittston. Picked up a load, brought it back to Syracuse, and we had some crappy weather along the way. I worked my whole 14 hours, and I ended up spending the night in the truck. Just the safety thing. By the time I got back to the yard, it was 9 o'clock. I was going to have to be back by 7. The roads weren't nice, so I stayed in the truck. Wednesday, holy cow, Wednesday. I went over, I had 2 missions that I had to take care of. First one, I had to go over to a paper recycler that we dropped trailers at. I had to verify that the trailers we had over there were loaded and not empty. They were saying that we had 7 empty trailers that were taking up space, needed to be gone. Another driver went over, said we didn't have any empties. They're saying they were empty, so I had to go over and check, and they were loaded. No empties. Then after that, I got back to the yard, and I ended up, actually I vlogged Wednesday already. I ended up riding down with another driver, bringing back a abandoned tractor back to the yard. And that was Wednesday. And then I got done early. I asked to be done by about 4:30, 5 o'clock, and I was done at 4:45, so that's a plus. My son's Christmas concert was Wednesday night, so I got to go to that, which was sweet. Thursday, yesterday, I basically did the same thing as Tuesday, except that Thursday morning I went and did my pre-trip, and the windshield wipers weren't working on my tractor, so I had to take the truck over to a Mack dealership, and I ended up leaving it and taking somebody else's truck for the day. And I'm just going to say that it was gross, to put it nicely. Everything was sticky, and the guy's a road driver, I understand, but holy cow. Messy. I mean, I'm no Felix Unger or anything, but I keep a lot neater truck than this guy does. I felt real dirty after driving the truck. I probably caught some kind of Ebola or cooties or something from it. But Thursday was pretty decent. I went back up to Denmark, picked up a load, took it down to HQ, dropped, hooked up to another trailer, brought up to the yard. Got back to the yard with like 15 minutes left on my clock. Not too bad. And then today, I had a delivery this morning, which went smooth. Well, actually, let me rewind. I switched back to my truck. I got my truck back. It's fixed. And then I came out to Lancaster, New York with a delivery. That went nice and smooth. And then I went over to Amherst, New York. Did a drop and hook. And now I'm heading back to the yard. And hopefully that'll be it for today. It's been a pretty good week so far. Did get a little bad news on Tuesday, but I'm not going to get into that right now. So that's all for now. Hope you all had a good week. Hope you all have a good weekend when you get to it, eh? And I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good day, eh? See ya! Hey, it's Saturday, and guess what I'm doing? Working! Yay! Not really. I got back to the yard yesterday, and when I called to let them know I was back in the yard, I was told that I was needed today. I wasn't asked to work, but I wasn't forced to work, if that makes sense. I'm low man on the totem pole, so it is what it is. And basically what I did today is I did 4 stops for a retail chain that we take care of, we deliver for. Each stop was driver unload. My first stop was in Auburn, and I went from Auburn over to Henrietta, and then went from Henrietta out to Batavia, and now I'm here in Brockport. First 2 stops were pallet unload, pallet jack, easy, piece of cake. First stop was 6 skids. The second stop was 6 skids. Third stop was hand unload, where I had to take the boxes that were floor loaded, put them on a pallet, then I dragged them to the back and push the boxes down these rollers. And then that took about an hour or so to do the 4 big, we'll just say skids. Then I came over here, and they had 8 skids for here, which, another piece of cake. I was in and out here in 20 minutes. And now I'm taking my 30-minute DOT break, because I don't have time to get back to the yard without taking it. And basically I'm extending my work day on a Saturday by half an hour because of it. I still say whoever thought of the 30-minute DOT break is a nitwit. Now I can see why they thought of it. I can see if, say, you're going from New York to Texas, and you're going to spend your day driving. That's all you're doing is driving, 11 hours. Then I could see maybe requiring a mandatory half an hour break at the 8-hour point. Which, if you're going to drive for 11 hours, you should stop at some point, check your tires, and take a leak, or do whatever you got to do. But if you're driving for a couple hours and going to a shipper or receiver and then sitting there for a couple hours, do you really need to take the 30-minute break? I think it's kind of pointless. But that's just my opinion. Apparently some suit and tie down in Washington who knows more or thinks he knows more than I do thinks we have to do it. Which also, I really don't want to get into this too much, but farmers, without farmers we wouldn't have food. Without truck drivers we wouldn't have anything. But yet the government regulates farming and trucking more than any other industry. What's up with that? I don't want to get into that though. Maybe I'll get into that in another video. I could probably go on for like 35 minutes or hours or something. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. I'm going to finish off my break here. And then I'm going to go back to the yard, drop this, and go home. Tonight I've got a Christmas party to go to. I'm going to tip back a couple Frosty Barley Pops. I'm going to have a couple for my buddy Ryan Baker, who passed away earlier this week, which I'm still kind of shocked about. Whatever. Sad to see him go, you know. But, alright, that's enough. Y'all have a good weekend when you get to it, and I'll talk to y'all next week. Y'all have a good day, eh?